Jessa Duggar gave birth to her sixth child. The internet explodes as Sewald can't stop smiling. Duggar family new. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. For Duggar family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. The internet is once again buzzing with joy, excitement, and surprise as Jessa Duggar Seewald has officially welcomed her sixth child into the world. Yes, you heard that right. The Counting On star, who has been part of the Duggar family legacy since her teenage years, has expanded her family once again with husband Sewald. Social media platforms, from Instagram to Reddit, are flooding with congratulatory messages, fan theories, and even emotional throwbacks to Jessa's early motherhood days. But this story isn't just about another Duggar baby. It's about Jessa's journey, the deep meaning behind this pregnancy, and how her growing family continues to inspire both fans and critics alike. So, sit back and get ready as we dive deep into the heartwarming, emotional, and sometimes dramatic story behind Jessa Duggar's sixth baby and how the internet exploded with reactions. It all began with a simple, beautifully shot Instagram post, a photo of a tiny baby hand wrapped around Jessa's finger. No caption at first, just a white heart emoji. Within minutes, comments started flooding in. Is this what I think it is? Oh my gosh, baby number 6 Jessa, you did it again then. A few hours later, Jessa posted a follow-up caption that confirmed the news. Our hearts are overflowing with gratitude and joy as we welcome another precious Sewald baby to the world. Sewald quickly shared the same photo on his page, writing, "God has blessed us once again. Mama and baby are doing great." And just like that, Jessa Duggar Sewald was once again trending on fan pages lit up, and even entertainment outlets like People, US Weekly, and The Sun picked up the story. The internet had officially exploded, not just because of the news, but because Jessa had kept this pregnancy almost completely private. For months, fans had speculated that Jessa might be expecting again, but she had gone unusually quiet online. The last time she posted a full-body photo, sharp-eyed followers noticed she was wearing looser clothing than usual on Reddit. Threads popped up almost weekly. Do you think Jessa's pregnant again? She's been so quiet lately. But as always, Jessa managed to keep things private. Many fans respected her decision, especially after what she had gone through previously. In 2023, Jessa had shared the heartbreaking news of a miscarriage, which deeply affected her emotionally and physically. That time, she opened up in a YouTube video saying losing a baby is something that changes you forever. But through it all, I've learned to trust God's plan more deeply. So, when news broke that Jessa had not only conceived again but successfully given birth to a healthy baby, it felt like a miracle, a true moment of redemption and joy. According to sources close to the Duggar family, Jessa delivered the baby at a local Arkansas hospital surrounded by her mother Michelle Duggar, and a midwife who has assisted her in previous births. This was one of the few times Jessa chose a hospital delivery over home birth. After experiencing complications in the past, she made the decision to prioritize her safety and the baby's health, and thankfully, everything went smoothly. Sewald reportedly couldn't stop smiling. An insider close to the couple told The Sun Ben was emotional. He's always been a hands-on dad, but seeing Jessa go through this once again reminded him of how strong she truly is. As for the baby's name, fans were quick to guess. Would it be another biblical name like Spurgeon, Henry, Ivy, Fern, or Freddie? Or would the couple surprise everyone with something modern and unique? Jessa didn't reveal the name immediately, teasing fans by saying we're soaking in these precious first moments before sharing more details. But we can't wait for you to meet our little one soon. That one sentence created thousands of comments. Everyone wanted to know the baby's gender, the name, and every tiny detail about the latest Sewald edition. While Jessa's calm and graceful demeanor has always been admired, Ben's reaction was something that melted hearts across social media. In an Instagram story, Ben wrote, "Holding this tiny miracle makes me realize once again how faithful God is. Jessa is a warrior, and I'm in awe of her strength." He also shared a short video clip, Jessa resting with a newborn on her chest, both peaceful and glowing in natural light. The post quickly went viral, with fans writing, "Ben's love for Jessa is so pure. This is what family is all about." The Seewald have always been admired for their strong bond and mutual respect. Even though they come from a conservative Christian background, many fans praise them for balancing faith, love, and individuality in their marriage. Ben has often spoken about his admiration for Jessa, saying she's the calm in our storm. No matter how busy life gets, she always finds time to make our home feel warm and full of love. Of course, no Duggar family news is complete without the reactions of Jim, Bob, Michelle, and Jessa's 18 siblings. According to family insiders, Michelle was one of the first to meet the new baby. She reportedly said, "Each grandchild is a gift from God. Watching my daughter become a mother again fills me with joy." The Duggar siblings also expressed their excitement online. Joanna Duggar commented, "So proud of you, Jessa. Can't wait to meet this precious little one." Jinger Duggar, who now lives in Los Angeles, shared the story on her Instagram with heart emojis and wrote, "Congrats, Jessa and Ben. Sending love from LA." Even Jana Duggar, who keeps a low profile, was spotted visiting the Sewald home a few days later. Family fans were quick to note how, despite past rumors of tension between siblings, the Duggars seem to rally together whenever a new baby arrives. For Jessa, this birth was more than just another addition to her growing family. It was deeply emotional, a story of faith after heartbreak. When she lost her previous pregnancy, Jessa had spoken openly about the pain of miscarriage and the feeling of emptiness that followed. But she had also expressed her hope, saying, "Even in loss, I've learned to be grateful. Because life, no matter how short, is precious." This new baby, in many ways, represents healing. Fans called it Jessa's rainbow baby, symbolizing light after the storm. In her new post, Jessa hinted at this sentiment, writing, "Every baby reminds us of God's grace, but this one, especially so." Many followers flooded her comments with love and blessings, writing things like, "This gives me hope after my own loss. You're such an inspiration, Jessa." It's clear that her story resonates deeply with mothers everywhere who have experienced the pain of miscarriage and the joy of recovery. Can you imagine managing 6 little ones in one household? Jessa and Ben now have their hands full. Literally, their family includes quiet thinker and book lover, whose name is still a mystery to fans. Jessa has often shared glimpses of her busy household, showing what real motherhood looks like: the messy kitchens, bedtime chaos, and heartwarming family moments. She once joked in a vlog, "There's never a dull moment in our house. Between homeschooling, cooking, and diaper duty, I've learned to find peace in the chaos." Fans adore her authenticity. Unlike many influencers, Jessa doesn't glamorize motherhood. She keeps it real, and that's why people love her. The Duggar fandom is one of the most passionate groups online, and this baby news set it on fire on Reddit. Threads like, "Jessa had her baby" reach thousands of comments. On Facebook, fan pages posted congratulations, memes, and emotional quotes. And on hashtags like trended within hours, some fans wrote messages like, "She's a true role model for faith and motherhood. After everything she's been through, she deserves this happiness." Even critics who often debate the Duggar lifestyle admitted that Jessa's quiet strength and devotion as a mother are admirable. In one Reddit post, a fan summed it up perfectly: "No matter what you think about the Duggars, Jessa has always been the heart of the family, humble, kind, and strong." So what's next for Jessa Duggar Seewald? Well, if her past patterns are any clue, she'll likely document parts of this journey on her YouTube channel, which already has over 250,000 subscribers. Her birth stories and baby updates videos are among her most viewed uploads, and fans are eagerly waiting for a new video titled something like "Our 6th Baby's Birth Story" or "Meet Our New Baby." It's likely that Jessa and Ben will eventually share a heartfelt vlog, complete with home clips, sibling reactions, and maybe even a baby name reveal. As for Ben, he continues to focus on church ministry and homeschooling alongside Jessa. They've often said that they see their children as their biggest mission field, raising them with love, discipline, and faith. And knowing Jessa's consistency, fans can expect more family-centered content, motherhood tips, and maybe even new collaborations with her sisters like Joanna and Jinger in the future. At the core of this story is something much deeper than celebrity news. It's about hope, faith, and family resilience. Jessa Duggar Seewald's journey hasn't been easy. From growing up on national TV to navigating motherhood under public scrutiny, she's faced both praise and criticism. But through it all, she stayed true to her values and shown remarkable strength. This sixth baby is a reminder that even after heartbreak, new beginnings are always possible. Her quiet faith, loving family, and ability to stay grounded make her one of the most respected figures among reality TV alumni. One fan wrote beautifully under her latest post, "Jessa, your story gives me hope. You prove that faith can carry us through life's toughest storms." So there you have it. Jessa Duggar Sewald, now a proud mom of 6, continues to inspire millions with her strength, humility, and devotion to family. The Duggar legacy grows stronger, one baby at a time, and whether you love them or simply follow their journey with curiosity, there's no denying that Jessa's latest chapter has touched hearts across the internet. What do you think about Jessa and Ben welcoming baby number 6? Do you think they'll stop here? Or is baby number 7 in the cards? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more Duggar family news and reality TV updates here on Reality Replay. Jill Duggar's wedding to her new boyfriend Ben Sewald, secrets revealed as strain builds over Duggar legacy and family expectations. When the world first met the Duggar family through 19 kids and counting, the show wasn't just about everyday life in a household with nearly 24 children. It was about faith, discipline, and a carefully constructed public image. Millions tuned in to see Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar raise their children under a strict code of modesty, obedience, and unwavering Christian values. But as with many reality TV families, what appeared on screen was only part of the story. Off camera, cracks began to form. Some children started questioning the rules, others felt suffocated by expectations, and scandals surrounding Josh Duggar began to unravel the Duggar brand. At the center of this storm stands Jill Duggar Dillard, once a dutiful daughter, now a woman battling heartbreak, strained family ties, and the constant pressure of being a Duggar in a world that demands perfection. And when we bring in the struggles of her sister Jessa and her husband Ben, the picture grows even darker. This is the emotional, complicated, and shocking story of Jill's heartbreak with Derek, the Duggar family's divisions, and the quiet pain of Ben and Jessa, Jill and Derek, the love story that wasn't so simple. At first, Jill and Derek Dillard seemed like the perfect match. They met through missionary work, and their courtship was presented as wholesome and God-centered. Their wedding was televised, their first child was celebrated on TV, and the couple was positioned as a shining example of Duggar values. But almost immediately after the cameras stopped rolling, reality set in: financial struggles. Derek struggled to find stable work. His attempts at missionary work often left the family dependent on donations and financial support, which created criticism and even ridicule online. Isolation. Jill was torn between loyalty to her husband and the control of her parents, who had always dictated the lives of their children. Choosing Derek meant stepping away from the Duggar machine, and Jill knew it would cost her. Emotional strain. The couple faced stress from raising children without consistent income, moving frequently, and the heavy weight of public scrutiny. Derek grew increasingly vocal about the Duggar family's hypocrisy. He accused Jim Bob of hoarding profits from the show, claimed Jill was denied compensation for years of filming, and suggested darker control mechanisms behind the scenes. For Jill, this wasn't just about money, it was about identity. Could she remain the loyal Duggar daughter and still stand by her husband? Heartbreak behind closed doors. Sources close to Jill have spoken about how hard this has been on her emotionally. Imagine growing up in a home where obedience was everything, then marrying a man who constantly pushes you to stand up against that very system. It's not just a marital struggle, it's a spiritual and psychological war inside Jill's heart. She has admitted in interviews that setting boundaries with her family caused tears, arguments, and breakdowns. She has revealed needing therapy to cope with years of trauma from her upbringing and the fallout with her parents. At one point, she admitted she wasn't even allowed to visit her family's home unless Jim Bob gave explicit permission. For a woman raised to believe family was sacred, being cut off was devastating. Jill's marriage to Derek hasn't been without love, but it has been full of pain, sacrifice, and loss. The book that shook the family. Jill's memoir, Counting the Cost was the ultimate act of rebellion against Duggar's silence. In it, she described exploitation on the show. Jill claimed she never saw a dime for years of filming, the strict contract. She revealed she was pressured to sign agreements she barely understood. The manipulation. Jim Bob allegedly used faith and fear to keep control over his children's lives and money. Derek stood by her, encouraging her to speak her truth, but this only deepened the rift with the family. For Jill, writing the book was healing. For Jim Bob and Michelle, it was betrayal. Ben and Jessa's struggles. While Jill and Derek were fighting their battles openly, Ben and Jessa Sewald were fighting quieter but equally painful wars. Jessa was once the darling of the Duggar daughters, beautiful, outspoken, and seemingly happy in her marriage to Ben. But cracks began to show. Financial stress. Like Derek, Ben never found a traditional career. The couple has relied heavily on social media income, sponsorships, and sometimes support from the family. Parenting challenges. With multiple children and a smaller home, Jessa has faced criticism for everything from messy houses to parenting choices, miscarriages, and grief. Jessa bravely shared her experiences with pregnancy loss, opening up about the pain that so many women face silently. But behind the courage was undeniable sorrow. And Ben himself? Many Duggar watchers describe him as struggling under the weight of responsibility. Married young, father of several kids, and thrust into a high-pressure environment, Ben has appeared tired, overwhelmed, and sometimes checked out. Unlike Derek, Ben hasn't openly fought Jim Bob. But his quiet compliance hasn't made life easier. The tension of trying to live up to Duggar standards while barely keeping afloat has put a visible strain on his marriage. Jill versus Jessa. Sisters on different paths, though they were once inseparable, Jill and Jessa's relationship has been tested by their different choices. Jill stepped away, wrote a book, and confronted the family system head-on. Jessa stayed closer, defended her parents more, and tried to maintain balance. This difference has created distance. While not publicly feuding, the sisters no longer appear as united as they once were. Fans who remember their close bond during 19 Kids and Counting now wonder if they can ever heal that divide. The Duggar family silence point. One of the most chilling aspects of all this drama is the Duggar family silence. Jim Bob and Michelle rarely respond directly to criticism. Instead, they continue presenting a picture-perfect Christian image, posting Bible verses, family updates, and smiling photos. But behind the smiles, it's clear. Jill is out, Jessa is torn, Ben is struggling, Derek is furious, and the once unbreakable Duggar empire is now a fractured family, splintered by secrets, scandals, and heartbreak. Why this story matters? This isn't just about one family. It's about the cost of extreme control, the dangers of living life for public approval, and the quiet ways heartbreak destroys people who can't live up to impossible standards. Jill's tears, Derek's anger, Jessa's struggles, and Ben's exhaustion represent something bigger. The fight to find freedom, love, and authenticity in a world that demanded perfection. Conclusion: the future of Jill, Derek, Ben, and Jessa. Where do things go from here for Jill and Derek? They've found healing in therapy, faith on their own terms, and the strength to speak out. But the heartbreak of being estranged from family lingers for Jessa and Ben. Their marriage will continue to face challenges. Whether they confront the Duggar legacy or try to remain silent, the struggle is real. Josh Duggar's jail sentence. Anna Duggar has broken down. In a story that shocked millions across the world, Josh Duggar, the once prominent star of 19 Kids and Counting, has been handed a jail sentence that has sent ripples of disbelief and heartbreak through the Duggar family and their fans. What began as a family reality TV show is now marked by scandal and controversy, and this latest development has left viewers in utter disbelief. But perhaps the most heart-wrenching aspect of this story isn't just Josh's fate, it's the emotional toll on his wife, Anna Duggar, and their children, who now face a future without their father and husband in their lives for years to come. Let's dive into the shocking sentence, Anna's heartache, and the impact on the Duggar family as we explore the aftermath of this life-altering verdict. Josh Duggar's shocking conviction. Josh Duggar's life has been anything but ordinary. Known for his devout Christian faith and his role as the eldest son in the Duggar family, Josh's life was a central part of the reality TV series 19 Kids and Counting. The show painted an image of a wholesome, happy family, emphasizing faith, family, and traditional values. However, the truth behind the camera was far from the idealistic image presented. In 2021, Josh Duggar was arrested and charged with receiving and possessing child sexual abuse material. The case quickly became one of the most talked about scandals in reality TV history. The revelations surrounding his arrest were deeply disturbing, and many viewers were left grappling with how someone who had once been viewed as a role model could fall so far. The trial, which took place in late 2021, ended with Josh being convicted on charges related to child pornography. He was sentenced to 12 years in prison, a sentence that shocked many, especially his family. For someone who had always presented himself as a faithful Christian and a loving father, this was a massive fall from grace. The impact on Anna Duggar. While Josh faces a sentence, his wife, Anna Duggar, is left to pick up the pieces of her shattered life. Anna, who had stood by Josh through thick and thin, has found herself at the center of this media storm, with her every move scrutinized by the public. As Josh's conviction became public, Anna's world turned upside down. She was forced to confront the reality of her marriage, her husband's actions, and the future of their family. In public statements, Anna has expressed deep sadness and confusion over the situation, stating that she never suspected anything was wrong with Josh. Despite the shock, Anna has remained steadfast in her faith, often referencing the need for healing and forgiveness. However, behind closed doors, sources close to the Duggar family have reported that Anna has been struggling immensely. Friends and family have described her as being devastated and heartbroken by Josh's betrayal. In a particularly emotional moment, Anna broke down in tears during a public appearance, struggling to come to terms with the reality of her situation. Fans who once admired the Duggar family's unity and devotion to each other were now witnessing Anna's heartbreak in real time. This raw, vulnerable side of Anna has resonated with many, leaving Duggar family fans feeling an overwhelming sense of empathy for her. The toll on the Duggar children. While the immediate focus is on Josh and Anna, the impact of Josh's sentence reaches far beyond the couple. The Duggar children, especially Josh and Anna's own kids, are now faced with growing up without their father for many years. For children who once enjoyed the spotlight and who were raised in a family that held strong religious and moral values, this situation is a far cry from the life they once knew. In interviews, family friends have shared that the children are struggling to understand the gravity of the situation. They were told about the conviction in an age-appropriate way, but it's clear that these young kids are facing a reality that no child should have to endure. The Duggar family's public image was once synonymous with wholesome, all-American values, and now they are thrust into a scandal that will follow them for years to come. What will life be like for Anna and the children moving forward? How will they manage to cope with the stigma and the emotional weight of what happened? These are the questions that continue to plague Duggar fans, who have watched the family's rise and fall over the years. The Duggar family's response. The Duggar family, as a whole, has remained largely silent about Josh's sentencing. Jim, Bob, and Michelle Duggar, Josh's parents, have spoken out in defense of their son, expressing their support for him despite his conviction. Their public statements have been met with mixed reactions, with some fans praising their unconditional love, while others feel that they are enabling Josh's behavior. The Duggar family's traditional, conservative values have made it difficult for them to publicly address the full extent of Josh's actions. In many ways, they are caught between their love for their son and the need to maintain the image of a perfect family. Jim, Bob, and Michelle's unwavering support for Josh, despite his crime, has sparked heated debates among Duggar fans. Some argue that this is an example of blind parental loyalty, while others see it as a desperate attempt to hold onto the family's public image. With Josh Duggar's conviction and sentence, the Duggar family's public image has taken a significant hit. The family, once seen as a beacon of faith and family values, is now tarnished by scandal. Many fans have turned away from the family, unable to reconcile the image of the perfect Christian family with the disturbing reality of Josh's actions. However, Some fans continue to support the Duggars, particularly Anna, who they believe is a victim in this situation. There are still those who view Anna as a strong, devoted mother who is simply trying to hold her family together in the face of unimaginable circumstances. For many fans, this scandal has forever changed their perception of the Duggar family. What once seemed like a picture-perfect example of faith and family is now a cautionary tale of how fame, secrets, and scandal can unravel even the most seemingly perfect lives. Call to action: what do you think about Josh Duggar's shocking sentence? How do you feel about Anna Duggar's response to the situation? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to stay updated on the latest news surrounding the Duggar family.